This episode turned out better than I expected. Mostly because I saw a video preview image and the summary came out a bit strange. I kind of thought it was going to be not that pleasing to me, but it actually worked. So, the episode starts out with Twilight and her friends arriving at Rainbow Falls, but not for the exact reason of the previous time they were here. It's actually for something called a traders exchange. Okay. And her being an official princess representative, she finds a large welcome party awaiting. I'm sure that was expected. And she's not just there for trading books, she's also there to she just has to settle disagreements about whether trade is fair or not. Okay. Meanwhile, Spike seeks to trade a mid-condition power for his comic book for another. Hopefully both of those weren't enchanted. Rainbow hopes to find a first edition copy of Daring to the Quest for the Sapphire statue. Signs interesting. Fluttershy wants to trade a bear call for a bird whistle. Nice. And Applejack and Rarity seek out rare vintage items and to pull together their trade stashes. Okay, that might actually work. Sort of. But we're not far in yet. So at a trading stand owned by a collector of Daring merchandise, Rima finds the book she seeks. However, all she has to trade is for all she has to trade for is an old rusty horseshoe, which the collector refuses to accept. And she only wants an Orthros.
Oh my.
And I thought Cerberus was the only non-single-headed dog in this world. Elsewhere, Applejack and Brody each find a vintage item they want. Applejack's being a pie that cooks pies up to 5 seconds faster. That's technology, but why were they invented back then as opposed to now? It's just a little silly. And Rarity sees the brush that Applejack notices it looks no different than the one she's currently wearing, other than the fact that it's older.
What?
That is even more weirder. And what's Pinkie Pie up to? Well, she's decided to assist Twilight in helping trade away the old books. And she doesn't accept the fact that a young filly's broken quill will be traded for one of the books.
Whoa.
Well, that's following by the rules for you. Well, as you may expect, this is starting to sound like Best Night Ever. It's turning out to be strange situations that don't seem to go quite as planned. The main thing I can think of right now is Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy's ordeal, where it turns out they trade the horseshoe for a chalice, for an antique chicken, or crystal chalice, for an antique chicken, for a discrete-shaped lamp. Where have we seen those before? And then That's trade for an Arthros, that's trade for a book. But strangely, the extra piece of sweetening the deal is Fluttershy going with the Orthos to make sure it's trained, and that could be months to about a year. And boy, I don't know what would happen if that actually went.
Oh dear.
However, Rainbow Dash decides to drag Twilight into the situation, and all of a sudden, the book doesn't seem as much important to her now as it was then.
What? What gave you that idea?
I wouldn't have done that, I guess. But hey, look on the bright side. At least we get to see Twilight in her new tiara again. Still getting used to that. In the end, it's Spike who's the only one who gets who has an uninterrupted trade. Rita gets a different Python for Applejack. Applejack gets ready a jeweled barrette in return. Rainbow Dash gives Fluttershy a bird whistle. That's one thing that sort of went right. Or another. And an old paperback copy of the Sapphire statue is given to Rainbow Dash by Twilight. But this is what you're thinking. Oh no! Oh, RailPony actually hates this episode! No, I don't. It's just... It's fine. I just... honestly had no idea where it was going to go. Somehow this is turned into another B movie.
Oh dear.
And it's fine, I just... really didn't expect that kind of an episode. So, I guess the best I can say right now is, 3 to 3.5 out of 5. It's not bad, it's not exactly great either, but I still think it's good. And I should probably... I may get this up on the playlist eventually, but most of my reviews are trying to go out from the Ebert side, because I've noticed a lot of analysts are doing it more Siskel than Ebert. Yeah, I tend to go more experience than nitpick. Or at least what I found myself to do. So, hope for better results next week. Typical rookie stunts. Almost.